Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. No, I'm not getting on here. I just gotta check out my hair because I'll be out of place sometimes. I finally took that lace off, but whatever. I just want to know, why are men so sensitive?
She's old.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, how are you so sensitive, highlier than a woman? I mean, because they be in their feelings about every little thing. Like, only thing they probably don't do is cry, which they probably need to at this point. There's no way that the roles and switch to where in the beginning the man's supposed to lead and the mix of the man leading. He's supposed to take care of the household and the family and all this, that, and the other. But my thing is to say, hell, you got more women leading the households. Why? Because we're single. Daddies don't want to be daddies. With that being said, women done took on multiple jobs, got multiple incomes, and some men too, they got that lifestyle of pimping and hustling through. That shit is extinct like a whole dinosaur at this point. And my thing is, it's like, you say one little thing, they in their feelings. You do one little thing, they in their feelings. Ladies, I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, what's the problem with these men? Do they have periods too? Sheesh. I mean, hell, we might get 3 or 4 days out the month. It seems like they bleed mentally 30 to 20, 28 to 30 days, 31 days. It's like, what the hell? But I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, why are they so insensitive? But I did learn going to hair school, when it comes to their haircuts, they're very anal. It ain't even about the hair no more. Their emotions are just like, I don't know. I just don't. I ain't figured it out. I ain't trying to figure it out. I'm just like, why? What happened to all this tough stuff? You know, chest out, chin up. They chest in, crying on the inside, throwing tantrums on the outside. Like, it just don't make sense. You know, you tell somebody something, they all, I'm disappointed. You just met me yesterday, sir. Why are you disappointed? You mad about what I'm doing to me, for me, and I just met you a couple of days. We didn't even spend time together, and you mad. We never talked on the phone, and you're mad. Like, you gonna get yourself together. If you don't get out your feelings, and then they quick to say women are so emotional. No, we're not. We're only emotional because you don't do what we ask you to do when we ask you to do it. And then if we got to wait and sit around and go out our way to do what we have to do for ourselves, hell yeah, we're going to get emotional if we don't want to put in all the goddamn work. What you expect? I don't know.
Mom, you buying two adjustable?
Yeah, I'll get you another one. Just chill out. But don't roll your eyes.
I didn't supposed to eat this dinner.
Yeah, but I ain't worried. Again, emotional.
Old.
It's okay.
And the pepper.
Even my son over here rolling his eyes about something that he have no control of. Like, come on now. Why are men so insensitive? I think that's what my caption gonna be. Sensitive to what? Y'all don't get enough attention, but y'all go seek attention. Y'all feel like y'all not loved, but y'all don't want to give love, but you give it to who you want to give it to, and then the ones that you giving to ain't even worthwhile giving it to because she be for everybody else. I'm just saying. And then when you get a good one, you want to take them for granted. And then not only that you take them for granted, you get one that's a little tough. Oh, she's too hard to handle. How? I'm going to need you to balance your emotions out, sir, because at this point you sound like you don't know what you want, when you want, and how you want it. Like, make it make sense. Like, are you want a submissive woman, or do you woman? Don't worry about my background, I'm moving. But do you not want somebody that's gonna challenge you? And it don't make her crazy. Because at this point, as a woman, some, not all, are dominant. Like myself, I'm very dominant. I'm just saying. Step your game up in some areas. It ain't always about forehead greasy. It ain't always about being tough or being hardcore. It's not always you can't raise a man. I got 2 boys. I got one that's soft and cuddly, and then I got one that's just off the chain. But they do both provide for me to a certain extent in their own way, meaning that I got one,
No. All
he'll talk and joke and play around, and if he got gas money for me, he'll back me up. And then I got the other one who wants to give that emotional love, and it's like, it's a little bit too much. Yeah, but at the same time, they're both sensitive, because if I tell them no, they spazzing. It's like, what's going on? You can't always have your way. But then you want to be a badass or a tough ass to say you lead. No. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe if they had more men to teach them how to be men and lead the way that they should be led as men, I honestly think that a lot of men would be sensitive, because back then, I know and I get it, things have changed in today's time, but back then a man was a man. You know, he didn't go home crying. He didn't go crying to his homie. He didn't go crying and pouring his heart out to his boys to say, well, maybe he probably did, but, you know, just to be offended at everything. And then you can't even explain why you mad. Like,
I'm on it.
and they quick to say communication is the key. How is it the key if you ain't willing to unlock your mouth to open? Or if you're not willing to unlock your emotions to express how you feel towards a woman? That don't mean that you are weaker than or less than because you don't know how to communicate your emotions. But then, oh my God, if you was to go out there and go get on drugs and it be a little bit more than what it is, then you don't have no choice but to open yourself up and express yourself as the individual male. Because you're on drugs. So at this point, you're forced to go through therapy. But then when you don't have to be forced to be put in therapy and you in a relationship, you can't open up to your woman, but the whole time it's really therapy on both ends. Like, make it make sense. Don't wait till life start lifing on a negative note to say that women don't communicate, or she won't talk to me, or she's shutting down, or I feel some type of way because she did this, she said that. Get out your feelings. Learn to talk. Because at that point, when you're in that relationship, your family ain't in it. It's just you and your woman. How you going to let that relationship evolve if you don't talk to her? I mean, at that point, being in a relationship, you have to stand your ground, stand solid as a man, chest up, chin out, or chin up, chest out. Same thing. How you gonna let the woman lead the household? It ain't always about providing. It's really not. And I get it. It might be a 60-40. It's supposed to be, used to be 50-50. It ain't even that no more. Shit, at this point, it seems like somebody in the relationship is doing an 80-20. We just never know. But I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's the deal with men and their emotions. It doesn't make sense in 2024. Like, can't tell you to grow up, which they say women mature faster than men anyway, which at this point I really believe that we do. I thought it was just statistics, but really it's been proven. Men are way too sensitive for me these days, you know. And then it's like, oh, you got a man? Well, take my number down. I want to be your friend. I just said I had a man. Why you want to be my friend? Oh, well, it might not go. Who said it wouldn't be going right for you to squeeze in? I'm just saying. It'd be different to say, well, oh, things ain't going right, and I'm ready to go cheat or something. And there's women that might be out there that are doing it, but it's a cause and effect. The reason why she do what she do is like, what did you do for her to do what she did? Like, make it make sense. You know, and it's some floozies out there wearing all or nothing, fishnets or nothing, skin tights or nothing, you know. But my thing is, if a woman can get under your man, woman, women, lady, girl, whoever you are, you know, step your game up. And it's not that you competing yourself with that individual, but at the same time, you got to make your man feel wanted and kept as well. So my thing is also, men, because you got these little easy goers out here, you know, that don't mean that you go run and get it because she offering it or she got it to give. You got to have boundaries yourself. I mean, your soldier might stand at attention because you like what you see for that moment, but at the same time, you got to tame that man. You got to keep him under control. You got to let him know I got something good at home, so why waste my time with something that ain't going to last, even though she might be a little bit more wilder than what I got at home. If you know you want that wild thing in the streets to be put in your home, go back and teach home or open up the doors for home to say, we need to spice up our relationship. I feel like that and if she might not be into that, then come on to her that way. I mean, she might change her mind, or she might miss it, or give it to her the best way that you can. And then if she ain't willing to give it back in return, hell, shut that shit down. I mean, what you supposed to do? So I'm just like, men just need to stop being so sensitive. And I just think that, and yeah, women like myself, not saying that you necessarily being hardcore, but hell, after going through so much of emotions or emotional roller coasters because of whatever relationship that you've been in, just leave it at that. And my thing is, I don't care what relationship that you've been in, you don't tell nobody your past about what happened, because that man think that he's supposed to take what your past person have done to you and use it against you and think that he can do what the person before him did. No, never. Because that's how you're going to get in that cycle, a repeated cycle of being hurt, abandoned, and abused mentally and emotionally. And that's not good for nobody on nobody's part, because then at that time that man think he's slick and you're not, because you're trying to do and pick up the pieces what somebody else did. It just don't work that way. And it will be some that will try you. But then when they realize, oh, I can't do what he did, hell no. Everybody ain't the same. And my thing is, you got to be careful too, because there's a lot of people out here like to bait you in by doing this and doing that, and then all of a sudden, the moment they got you, they stop. Yeah, you got to be careful for them too. You got to watch out for them too. I'm just saying, they out here. But then at the same time, well, what if she ain't got nothing? Well, shit, it's an opportunities either way, man or woman. To a certain extent, it ain't all about finances, which it's the overhead. Shit, if you see what a person have material-wise, on a material note, I'm not saying be materialistic, but if it's not a balance to motivate you or pull you up to do better or become better as an individual, then why are you with them? It ain't always about a handout. Because I like to be around people who can motivate me. It ain't necessarily say a challenge. If you can motivate me, if I can step in the room with 5 homeowners, I want to be the 6th. That's motivation. That's inspiration. That's just to say that, oh, well, I need to get my shit together so I can go be like the other 5 homeowners. If I'm around people who are somewhat intellectually stimulated, meaning like you have to have some type of knowledge other than being gangster or street. My thing is this: there is no way that I'm around people and I can't elevate myself mentally. There's no way I can be around people that are not helping me stimulate and encourage me to grow and do better. Like, what am I around you for? Because I can't be the only one by myself, and then everybody want to, oh, I like how you, oh, I need some of this, and I need to get some of that. I need to teach me, or where'd you get that from? And, it's people out there like that. See, I know that I can talk about so much, but this conversation went from one thing to the next. It went from men to relationships to elevation real quick. It's just, that's just me. But I'm just saying, men need not to be so sensitive. That is like becoming one of my pet peeves. And then I get sometimes you got to sit back and let them lead for me, see where they come from. And it's like, okay, well, all right. It's like, I don't know it all, but I know some shit to say. All right, pick up the pieces and go. Just go. Well, what did I do? And some men act like they can't change, or they don't want to change, or they feel like can't nobody change them and tell them what to do but they mother. And my thing is, if you in a relationship, you're not dating your mother. You might try to find a woman that's like your mama, but it ain't gonna be the same. I guarantee that. And my thing is, you know, people, I've seen this stuff on social media to say who comes first in a relationship when it's a man or a woman. It's like, or a man and a woman, his mother, that's what it was. It's more so to say, if you're in a relationship with a woman, the woman comes first before the mother, unless it's an emergency situation. Otherwise, if you got a mother that's going to intervene on your relationship and try to dictate everything that you do when it comes to that woman or your relationship, that'd be the fastest way you lose your woman. I'm just saying, because ain't no two women run no household when it come to one man. It just ain't going to work. So, I'm just like, it's okay to bend, fellas. Just a little bit. I'm not saying bend all the way. And I'm not saying that you weaker or less than or make you less than of a man, because that's not what it is. It's all about, if you truly like this person or you engage with this person, meet this person not necessarily at their level, because you can kind of shape them up to be pulled up as well. So it's kind of like a give or take, but for me, it's a mental thing. I like to see mental stimulations when it comes to relationships, because when a person talks, you can tell where their head is. When a person try to match your energy, it's like, you competing for what? Like, you're messy. And then if it's not so much to say that you competing, it's like, either you gonna go up or you gonna go down. It's relationships, for instance. I know that people get in relationships and be in relationships, and at one point, you know, they was doing good in their life, but being around that other person who was a bad vessel, oh my God, they go down. They go completely down. But when you get around a certain type of person, aura, energy, however you want to call it, or people, you might go back up. So it just depends on the individual itself. So I'm just like, you know what? We ain't got time. Just get out your feelings. Get out your feelings, man. In a way that you can be so insensitive to any and everything that a woman does. And sometimes people can be misunderstood, because you're looking at one thing and the whole time it's a different thing. And it's more so to say, you know, you gotta balance your partner out. I don't care if how can I say it? I don't care if y'all do got disagreements. Every relationship ain't perfect. As long as it ain't a third wheel, you good. That's my thing for me. But everybody open these days. People are open books these days, though. Ain't no telling what's what and how they do what, you know, because sometimes you gotta not necessarily listen to what a person say, but you also gotta listen to their actions, because their actions speaks louder than words. Their words can go left and their body can go right. And you know, like I was once told, a pair of lips can say anything, and that's true. So my thing is that find your balance within that relationship with whatever individual that you with. And I don't care if it's woman and woman and man and man, man and woman at this point. No, I'm going to address everything and anybody all the way around, you know, because it's somebody out there for everybody, you know, and that's the truth. It might take time to find them, but it's somebody out there for everybody. And my thing is, if a person is single for a long period of time, there's something about you that people don't like, that you do, that you keep doing, and they don't want to be bothered with it. And if a person is in a relationship that just can't seem to get no growth, then eventually that relationship has to be gone. You gotta let it go, or you just gotta keep growing yourself and just leave it behind, because you can't stay stuck or stagnant for somebody who ain't willing to grow with you. And that's just all there is to it. So yeah, that's all I'm saying. Stop being so sensitive, man. It's not hard. It's not hard. And everybody, I'm sure, got that male best friend or girl best friend or whatever type of relationship, situationship of a friendship, you know, male and woman, to where somebody's going to get advice from somebody about something. That's just life. And me, I think I just been that person for a long time. And the funny thing is, those who cry, they little problems on me, I learned from them. Like, all right, I know not what to do, but okay. What else going on with you? So it's like, you know, it's just, you just, life is life. You got to make the best of it through the good and the bad. And that's just all there is to it. So I think that's just my rant for today. I'm about to go ahead and eat my breakfast, which is a salad. I know some people eat bacon and eggs and all that stuff, and normally I would eat an omelet, but not today. So they say make healthy choices. I be trying. I keep eating the same stuff, but I be trying. Hell, from the way this... Anyway, that's a whole nother story. I'll see y'all in a minute.